Hi Libra. So let's do a 4-layered spread to try to capture as much of the energy around you as we can. So to do that, I have 2 tarot decks and 2 oracle decks. So we're starting with the Devil, 10 of Wands, Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, the Chariot, 3 of Cups, 8 of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Knight of Cups, which in this deck is the King of Cups. Underneath everything is the 2 of Swords. So then let's use this tarot deck to get our second layer. So we have 2 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups again, King of Swords, 9 of Wands, Death, the Fool. Under this deck is Justice. Then we'll get 6 of these Prism Oracle cards to do our third layer. So we have Protection, Sweetness, Disruption, Intuition, Cleanse, Energy. Under this deck is Determination. And then we're just going to get 2 of these, and then we're going to really get into this for you, Libra. So there's the Safe, the Birds, and under this deck is the Stork. So this feels to me like you maybe trying to weigh a decision about something, because we have the 2 of Swords and Justice. This Justice card and the 2 of Swords both represent you, Libra. So it wouldn't be all that surprising to see this in your energy. But I do see you determined to push something forward. I see you determined to upgrade something, or to evolve or grow or make something better. But you could be trying to find a balance or trying to figure out the next step. Because your current energy is the Devil and 2 of Pentacles. So it feels to me like you have to make a choice, that you can't, for example, just stay in your comfort zone anymore. That in order to move something forward, it means releasing something else. It's like a very mutually exclusive type of energy, where if you stay here, you can't have the other thing. And if you have the other thing, you can't stay here. Or I guess that's the same thing. But I think you understand what I mean, that you can only have one or the other of these things. But right now it kind of feels like you're just trying to find your footing, or how to perhaps maybe detach from this thing that you are trying to integrate into your energy, but you know it's not going to work. If you're going to move something forward, you have to let this go. So it feels like you're trying to find your way, and you may just be carving yourself a path. This Devil card being in your current energy tells me that I feel like you are trying to confront your fears, and you're being brave, you're healing. It just feels like you are really trying to admit to yourself the truth in a situation, that this needs to be released and let go of. In your near future, we have the Chariot and the 9 of Wands. So this again is this feeling of you knowing you need to move forward, but yet you're still not letting go of whatever this past energy is. There's a strong shadow aspect here. So when we get to your shadow position, which is here, maybe we can try to figure out more of what's going on with you. But it does feel like you want to move forward, but you won't let go of this thing. And the Devil is a very difficult thing to let go of. The Devil shows up as addictions, codependencies, things that we can't let go of. So I feel like that's what's happening with you right now, is you're trying to find balance, but the reality is you have to release something in order to get the upgrades that you're looking for. But I think you're very well aware of that. In your trigger position, we have the 10 of Wands and Protection. So I think you understand just how oppressive this situation has become for you, and that you know you have to let this go. So whatever this Devil energy is for you, it's definitely causing you a lot of stress and turbulence and tension with this 10 of Wands. And because protection is in your challenge position, you feel vulnerable right now. You don't feel protected in this situation, whatever this is, which may be why it's dawning on you that it might be time to release this thing. So you see yourself as the Three of Cups and intuition. These are both very intuitive cards. The Three of Cups, the cups in general, can be about intuitive downloads, intuitive messages, telepathy. But I do think that you see yourself as such, that you have this abundance of intuition all around you. I feel that you are an incredibly intuitive person. And so I feel like this is the thing that's going to help you understand. You're listening to at least where you need to set boundaries, where you might enable people, where people might use you, where you might be lacking in a boundary. But I think that you see yourself, and so do I. The cards are telling me that you are aware of this situation. You just haven't done anything about it yet. So we have the Ace of Wands, 10 of Cups, sweetness, and the safe. And these are messages from your soul. So I like to see this because your soul is saying with a fresh start, Ace of Wands, that's where your 10 of Cups, your happiness, your sweetness, and your protection with the safe lie, in doing something brand new. So I think your soul is confirming what your intuition is telling you, that you really have to let this go and try something new, that whatever this situation is with the devil that you feel stuck in, that was a mistake. You misunderstood something. You became lost in that situation. But now this is saying start something new, because your happiness and your protection are in the new thing. So then we have 8 of Pentacles, death, cleanse, and the birds. This is your environment. So this is really great. You can use these resources around you. You're doing the hard work. With the 8 of Pentacles, it's showing me that you are not afraid to work on yourself, that you're not afraid to give and receive. You're generous, but you also like to receive things. So I feel like this death in your environment and cleanse are giving the same message, that this is a perfect opportunity for you to change yourself, make a new strategy when it comes to yourself and what you want around you. Death is an irreversible change, and cleanse is a fresh start. And that's what we're saying with the Ace of Wands. And with the birds being in your environment too, I like this because this means that there are other people, opportunities, conversations, negotiations that are going on in your environment that may help you with this fresh start. And sometimes it's easier to make a fresh start if there's some opportunity right in front of you, rather than releasing something and then not knowing where to go. If you know what your next step is. So for example, if you've been offered a job, it's a lot easier to quit your current job, right? So that's what I'm saying, that if there's an opportunity in front of you, which it looks like there are because it's in your environment, that's going to make it easier for you to release whatever this devil energy is for you. So then we have the 10 of Cups and disruption. This is in your past energy. So it feels to me like whatever this devil energy was for you, it did make you happy at one point. We're seeing the 10 of Cups, but yet this disruption card is very clearly saying, yeah, but that happiness was disrupted. So for whatever reason, this person or situation used to be the thing you wanted, used to be the absolute truth for you. Now you're saying, well, maybe that wasn't a healthy choice for me. Maybe it just made me happy or surface level happy. But now I see you doing more self-care and bringing better opportunities into your life, that this was disrupted perhaps for a reason, for you to see that that wasn't the thing that's going to bring in your evolution or your upgrades, that it's time to let this devil energy go. So in your shadow position, we have temperance and energy. So this to me feels like you don't really want to maybe perhaps alchemize the situation or compromise in the situation, that you want to perhaps, oh, you know what I think this is, especially with the 2 of Swords and Justice, because they're all giving me your energy, Libra, is that maybe it feels like you might be compromising to a fault, that you may be taking on too much of the energy or too much of the responsibility of this person or this situation, that your shadow side is maybe saying to you that you're giving too much in this situation, that this person maybe, or place or situation, it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a job, make it make sense for you. but it could be that you are giving too much and the situation isn't giving you enough back, but there's a shadow element of you that I feel like you kind of need to face and maybe self-reflect on that, or become more aware of the fact that you think you have to do more of your share, that maybe sometime in your childhood you were told that you have to do all the work and there's no one here to help you and this is your responsibility, and so you may have internalized that. But I think this is a perfect opportunity, especially with the stork, for you to become aware of your own shadow energy and how to improve upon that, and really stand up for yourself and say, no, I'm only doing my share of the work. You do your other share of the work. Otherwise, I'm going to go negotiate a new opportunity for myself. So then you have the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So I feel like you're bringing in this information. The King of Swords is a good, strong flow of information, and the Seven of Pentacles can sometimes be something that just really didn't work out, and especially in this deck, because in this deck, it's the card of failure. So I feel like you're really, especially with intuition and the King of Swords, I feel like you're really bringing in intuitive messages. You're getting a lot of information regarding this situation. You're starting to understand what your values are and how to keep the integrity of this situation, and that this may not be a long-term play for you anymore. So in other words, I feel like you really do understand that you have to let this go. You do understand that this is a failure. You do understand that this is something that must end in order for you to get all the good things that you want to get. Because in your potential final outcome, we have the King of Cups and the Fool. This is you. So this is you in your full emotional maturity, but you're starting something brand new. And that's what we said. Your soul was saying, make a fresh start, release this. But this is fantastic news in the sense that this is you. This is you, King of Cups, and anyone can be a king. This is you, King of Cups with the Fool. This is your fresh start. This is you making a fresh start. The King of Cups is about unconditional love. It's about self-love and wholeness and selflessness. And the Fool is about making a fresh start, but not bringing any baggage with you. It's just making a fresh start in a light way. So this is really great energy for you, Libra. I can see that you're struggling to release something right now, but I see you doing it. Your near future, you're still kind of hanging on, but your potential final outcome is you taking a whole new fresh start. And I think it really helps because there's a lot of resources in your environment. So again, like we said, it's easier to quit a job if you have a new one, or it's easier to break up with someone if you have a new love interest. So make that make sense for you. But I feel like that's why the Justice card is here, that the universe wants to help you balance this out. So they're going to provide you with the environment that's conducive to do that. So there you go, Libra. There is your reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.